All aboard your tech and games caboose. We have Sea of Thieves that has the anniversary update coming pretty soon, and then we also have a Fortnite update from yesterday, as well as Sekiro reviews are out. So let's start off with Sea of Thieves and the voyage to the anniversary update. There's a lot of new features. There's a really cool trailer showcasing a lot of this. There's a little bit of cooking of a fish right there you saw. There's some obviously more loot and stuff to have, and then fishing. So one of the actual trade places you can now turn in quests and do different quest stuff. You get to now go fishing, you get to cook fish. There's some poisonous stuff going on, and then there's the arena, the second big thing. So the arena isn't just like an indoor arena. It looks like it's a ship battle. There's some ship battles, and there's potentially some treasure that you have to gather up as part of the goal for that. There's some stars and stuff. It looks like some story stuff that you'll have to do. A lot of different stuff for that, and then some competitive fishing maybe, we're not sure, but the arena is more competitive in PvP wise because there's a lot of stuff going on there. But there is a lot of stuff for the anniversary update. There's a ton of mechanic changes, and preview, I think you could have seen a mast being blown up, so there's more ship damage that you can do. The wheel can actually be broken, so once your wheel breaks, you basically can't steer. We'll see if you can even repair that or not. That could be pretty intense. There's a whole dev update diary thing for about 9 minutes. They talk a little bit about each different features, and they mentioned they're actually going to be doing a lot more streaming and everything that will give you actually more details going in. And the update's coming April 20th or April 30th, if that wasn't mentioned already. So pretty cool. The Shores of Gold is where you will be adventuring for some new discoveries to do as well. So a lot of cool stuff going on there. So the arena again, they mentioned there's some new sword interactions where you could, with light things, you could cut animation basically and grab a banana instead of having to wait to the end of the swing. So different little mechanic and slight improvements for combat and everything. And then the Shores of Gold, which is a new epic storyline, so that's a bunch of new content that you'll get to do. So new characters as mentioned, and surprising new gameplay features. There was a harpoon as well on the front ship, so there's different stuff that you can do with the different creatures in the game that you can attack, and maybe even harpoon each other's ships, and some crazy maneuvers you can do with that. And then the Hunter's Call is the trade merchant that you'll be doing fishing for. So another way to become a pirate of the legend. So a bunch of more quests and everything to do. And then here's the harpoon that you'll get to harpoon stuff with. So that it could be a lot of fun, and we'll have to see. And then here's a breakdown of when they're doing some of the live streams on April 10th. They'll be talking a lot more in-depth information on the arena. And then the Hunter's Call on April 16th, another live stream, and then April 23rd for the Shores of Gold. So you will be getting some more story information from this, and then some of the different things you might be able to do. So cool there. And then there's a ton of other little mini stuff. You'll get some rewards before, I believe, March 20th or April 20th. One of the two, you'll get some rewards for hitting legend before the new update comes out, and a bunch of other stuff for just playing before the first year, because this is their first year anniversary. So they have been doing a bunch of medium-sized updates, and this is another medium to big-sized updates with like whole content coming. So a lot of cool stuff going on here for Sea of Thieves if you're into being a pirate. Yar! So good pirate fun, and sailing should be on the waves ahead of you or something. So that's good. And then we get to see some patch notes for Fortnite, because that got an update too yesterday. At 8.11 is the patch, and we get to see the Flint-Knock pistol is the new addition to the game. So you'll be able to pick the perfect time and knock yourself or enemies back with this new powerful weapon, which is pretty cool. So available in common and an uncommon, so it's not like a super rare weapon. Apparently found from floor loot, knocks back the shooter, and it can also knock back the target if they're close enough. So this will do 86 and 90 damage, significant damage drop off. So this is just a fun little knockback weapon. 3-second reload time, so pretty crazy there. Heavy damage weapon. And also we get a little video from Acidic Blitz, likes to cover this stuff pretty soon, and let's see what it gets to do and some of the explosion knockback effect. There was a mini knockback right there on the actual shooter. So could be useful. Maybe it'll blow you through materials if you're standing next to it. Probably not, but we'll see. So pretty interesting common weapon it looks like, and we'll see how people like to use this, if it can get into the meta, which who knows with all the additions that Fortnite keeps adding. So there's a couple other little notes. In limited time mode, one shot is, looks like 50 health is going on. Some events as always, some competitive play, mobile fixes, creative stuff, a smaller update this time, and then Save the World gets Battlehound Jonesy. So there is that. And I guess that leads us into Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So the reviews are coming out, and it looks like Metacritic is getting about a 90, so pretty high from based on 12 critics already. So that is looking good if you were into some samurai sword fighting, as well as some grappling and some, looks like, crazy story and some good fighting mechanics as well. And IGN does a 16-minute video, looks like. I believe the reviews are around under 10 minutes or so. They have a review video on top of that. So basically what we're seeing here is go your own way. So it looks like you can choose a little bit of options here. And basically there's no missing the fact that from software, the build is a shinobi-focused adventure from the DNA of Souls and a Bloodborne series. So if you like those other style games, then this could be even a better, or worse technically, either way, but it looks like the reviews are good, and there's a lot of, we've covered a lot of the trailers, and it looked really interesting, some of the mechanics and story-wise. But IGN is giving a 9.5, so a little higher than the Metacritic score, but pretty good. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is a stylish, focused stealth action take on the from a software formula that evolves in a different and refreshing direction. Maybe a bit easier than a Souls game, but it's something amazing all its own. So this looks like it could be a pretty good game. So check out some reviews, some more in-depth reviews. We're just covering a little bit of it, and you will definitely want to be checking this out and purchasing it most likely and getting some good story. So that looks pretty good. And with that, we will have another episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific with some more tech and game news. And we had a couple of issues, that's why we were a few minutes late today. But with that, we will be signing out. Pew 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 pew.